Today I'm bringing you the story of a film brimming with friendship, magic, and conspiracy. It shows how society treats a girl deemed unattractive, and how enduring that treatment can turn her bitter. We'll see where the story takes us. And if you're a fan of adventure, survival, and sci-fi films, then hit that subscribe button now. So, without further ado, let's dive into the film. At the start of the film, we see a small, beautiful village. Everyone's overjoyed because they've heard that the wicked witch of the village is dead. Just then, Glinda, a fairy, arrives confirming the news. Hearing this, the villagers are ecstatic, tearing down all the posters of the witch. Glinda is about to leave when a child asks her, "How do witches become witches? Why does everyone say she's so awful?" Glinda, hearing this, becomes serious and tells the child that witches aren't born evil. They're made evil. It's our bad attitudes that make them that way. As she says this, the scene shifts to the past, when Elphaba, the witch, was born with green skin. Because of this, her father, Governor Thropp, doesn't accept her. Then it's revealed that she's a magical child. When she cries or gets angry, things float in the air. Elphaba doesn't receive love from her parents. As she grows older, her problems only increase. No one loves her. No one stands by her. She also has a sister named Rose, who has a problem with her leg, so she can't walk. Elphaba loves her very much. One day, when Elphaba is telling Rose and her friends stories, all the children start making fun of her. Elphaba gets angry and uses her magical power to lift stones from the ground and hit the children. When the governor hears about this, he's furious with Elphaba's behavior and takes his daughter Rose away from there, leaving Elphaba alone. The scene cuts, and we see Glinda and the villagers again, where the villagers have erected a large statue of the witch. Glinda burns it down. As she's about to leave again, another girl asks her, "Was Elphaba your friend that you're talking about her like this?" Glinda says, "Maybe she wasn't my friend, but I knew her very well." As she says this, we're taken back to the time when Glinda and Elphaba were together. Glinda had come to university to study, and Elphaba had also come to the same university to enroll her sister, Rose. She hadn't come to enroll herself, because the governor wouldn't give her permission to study. Then their introductions begin. A teacher then takes Rose away from there with protocol, because she's the governor's daughter. Elphaba doesn't like this. She stops the teacher, but the teacher doesn't listen to her and keeps moving Rose forward. Elphaba gets angry and uses her power to stop Rose's wheelchair. As Elphaba gets angry, everything starts to rise. And the principal sees all of this. The principal knew that all the students would start hitting Elphaba, seeing her magic, and would think badly of her. So, the principal pretends that he did the magic himself and saves Elphaba from all the students. Then, he tells Glinda to take Elphaba to his room. Glinda agrees, but Elphaba doesn't, because she hasn't come to study here. She has to go back. Then, the principal takes her to a room alone. There, the principal praises her magical power. He also offers to teach her and teach her to control her power. Hearing this, Elphaba is very happy and excited, but only for a moment, because the next moment, she remembers that her father won't allow her to study. Then, the principal assures her that he will talk to the governor himself and get her admitted to the university. Then, Elphaba is very happy. When she goes to Glinda's room to stay the night, she sees that Glinda's things were scattered all over the room. There was no space for Elphaba. When she tries to make space for herself, Glinda stops her. This makes Elphaba angry, and immediately the things there start flying. Even the glass breaks. Elphaba throws away Glinda's things and makes her own space and falls asleep. Even at night, they keep arguing about things. The other students somehow found out about it too. In the morning, we see that a team has formed against Elphaba and Glinda. No one was on Elphaba's team. Everyone goes to Glinda's team and starts saying nasty things to Elphaba. In class, too, all the students start making fun of Elphaba. Then the class starts, and a professor comes to teach them, who is actually an animal. When the professor couldn't say Nylander properly, Elphaba takes the teacher's side and makes him feel that it's normal. Then the professor starts his lecture and tells them, there was a time when humans and animals lived together in harmony. But then, when there was a shortage of food for humans, humans started killing animals for their own benefit. Then a time came when humans decided not to keep animals with them, but as slaves under them. As the professor was lecturing, he saw in the middle of the lecture that the lecturer was still talking against the animals. The professor gets upset and leaves. Elphaba understands his pain, because no one has ever given Elphaba what she deserves. Elphaba befriends the professor. The scene cuts, and we see that now the principal has started Elphaba's training. Here she was being taught to control her magical power. Elphaba lifts things properly with her power, but whenever she gets angry, everything starts to get destroyed. Instead of getting angry at this, the principal is happy to see that Elphaba has a lot of power. At night, when Elphaba starts going to the professor again, she hears the teacher telling his people, "We have to pack up our things and leave from here. There is no place for us here now. The day is not far when people will kill us." Hearing this, Elphaba feels sad. As she was about to leave from there, the professor sees her and asks her to come in. The professor gives her a lot of love, and seeing this, Elphaba tells him, "I promise, I will definitely help you and get you your rights." After saying this, Elphaba goes towards the jungle, where she meets a boy who is coming this way on a horse. Seeing Elphaba, he gets scared, and there we learn that the boy is a prince. Meanwhile, there is a lot of talk about the prince coming to the university. Glinda is also getting ready to impress the prince. The prince comes to the university and doesn't pay much attention to anyone. But Glinda, who was the brightest and most beautiful student at the university, was trying to impress the prince over and over again. Finally, the prince befriends her. Then, she brings the prince to the library. Here we learn that the prince's habits are very bad. He comes here and starts breaking the rules and climbing on the books. Because of this, the librarian gets very angry with him. To make the librarian even angrier, the prince starts singing here. Along with Glinda, everyone then starts singing and enjoying along with the prince, except for Elphaba. In the next scene, a boy invites Glinda to the prom party, but Glinda wants to go with the prince. Then, the boy offers Rose to go with him. Rose is very happy to receive the boy's invitation. Whenever she tells this to Elphaba, Elphaba forbids Rose from going there, because she feels that Glinda has a trick behind this. But Rose doesn't understand this. She gets angry hearing Elphaba's words. Here it is shown that Glinda was getting ready beautifully to go to the prom party. Then Elphaba also comes there. Glinda's friends see a very strange black hat from her things. This hat belonged to her grandmother and looked like a witch's hat. She takes out this cap and gives it to Elphaba, so that when Elphaba wears this cap and goes to the party, everyone will make fun of her. Without knowing this, Elphaba is happy thinking that at least Glinda has made some space for her in her heart. Then, everyone goes to the prom party. Everyone was having a lot of fun dancing. Rose was also very happy, and Glinda was happy to be at this party with the prince. Then, Elphaba also comes wearing the cap given by Glinda. Everyone starts making fun of her, seeing her strange look. Everyone was laughing at her. She then puts the cap on the ground and starts dancing alone, because she hadn't come with anyone. Seeing her strange dance, everyone starts making even more fun of her. Everyone starts laughing together. Seeing this, Glinda starts feeling bad, because all of this was happening to Elphaba because of her. To reduce her guilt a little, Glinda then comes there and accompanies Elphaba and starts dancing like Elphaba. Because of this, everyone else also realizes their mistake, and they too start dancing with Elphaba in her style. This meant that besides Glinda, everyone else had accepted Elphaba. This was a very big day for Elphaba. All the bad feelings that she had for Glinda had ended. Here they end all the bad feelings towards each other. After leaving the party, they were talking like friends for the first time in the room today. Glinda tells Elphaba, "The prince and I are going to get married soon. It's a secret and only you know about it." After telling her secret, Glinda asks Elphaba about her secret. She thought Elphaba's secret was her green bottle, which she always keeps under her pillow. Glinda quickly picks it up so that Elphaba can tell her her secret. But that wasn't Elphaba's secret. She quickly takes the bottle and puts it under her pillow because the bottle belonged to her mother. Seeing this, Glinda gets angry and goes to her bed. Then, to break her anger, Elphaba comes to her and tells her, "Actually, my father, the governor, doesn't like me at all because I was born as a green baby. Now, so that their other child doesn't become like me, the governor, meaning my father, fed my mother a lot of rose milk. Because of this, Rose wasn't born as a green baby, but was born prematurely. Because of this, one of her legs is handicapped, and because Rose was born prematurely, Elphaba's mother also died. Elphaba feels that she is responsible for all this. If she hadn't been born this way, then her father wouldn't have fed her mother so much milk. Rose wouldn't have been born quickly, she wouldn't have been handicapped, and her mother might have been alive today." Saying all this, Elphaba gets very sad. Seeing this, Glinda tells her, "It's not your fault." To fix Elphaba's mood, she then grooms Elphaba, puts a little makeup on her, and also changes her style. Because of this, everyone starts liking her when she goes to university the next day. Today, even the prince stops her and starts talking to her. Then Elphaba was going to meet her professor, who was an animal. Now the animals were not safe in this world, so all the animals were leaving the college. Today was his last class, but before leaving from there, a teacher comes there with security guards and forcefully picks him up. Elphaba feels very bad seeing this. She wants to help him, but she can't do anything. Then a new professor comes in place of that professor, who had kept a small lion cub locked in a cage. By keeping him in the cage, the professor wanted to tell the students, "From now on, animals will not be with us, but in our possession." Elphaba was getting very angry seeing all this again. She didn't like the matter of imprisoning animals at all. Because of her anger, all the flowers and things there start flying. Due to the effect of her anger, everyone except the prince becomes unconscious. When everyone becomes unconscious, Elphaba gets up and leaves that lion cub in the jungle. The prince also helps her in this work, and they take the lion cub on a cycle towards the jungle. Then, when the principal comes to their class, he sees all the students and teachers lying unconscious. Seeing this, he understands that Elphaba must have done this magic. Seeing that her magical power had increased so much, he becomes very happy and goes and writes a letter to a great magician. Now in the jungle, Elphaba and the prince have an argument about something. Elphaba grabs his hand as the prince gets angry and is about to leave from there. Elphaba had also started liking the prince, but she knew that the prince would never marry her. That's why she didn't take the conversation any further herself. Then they come back. The next day, it is learned that there was a very big surprise for Elphaba at the university. A very big musician had invited Elphaba to meet him because the principal had told that musician about Elphaba's magical power. Elphaba thinks this is a great opportunity for herself, and she decides to meet the musician. A green-colored train also comes to pick her up. When she was going, everyone comes to meet her. Glinda had brought a good luck flower for her. Glinda had also come to meet her. Here Glinda shares another secret of her own with her, that her and the prince's friendship is not like before. It seems like the prince is getting annoyed with her. Elphaba also feels sad hearing this, but then she boards the train. While going, Glinda hands Elphaba a letter, in which it was written that Glinda wants to go with her, but she couldn't tell her this. Elphaba sees her and grabs her hand and pulls her inside the train. In some time, they finally reach Emerald City. This was the city that we saw at the beginning of the movie, meaning in the future. Here, they are welcomed very beautifully. Everyone dances there for them, and finally, they are let inside. Here, they learn that it was a magical city. They see a magic show. Finally, after this show, that famous magician comes in front of them. The magician takes Elphaba with him and shows her the future of the city that he had designed. That city looked very beautiful. Elphaba suggests to the magician that he should color the roads of the city yellow and fill them with light. The magician does the same. Then the magician shows Elphaba a statue of Elphaba next to this city. This meant that Elphaba would rule over this city. Seeing this, Elphaba immediately says, "My wish is not to rule anywhere, but my wish is that I can do something for the animals, and I need your help in this work." In the middle of their conversation, the principal also comes there. Elphaba becomes very happy seeing him. Here they were talking about Elphaba wanting to do something for the animals. Here then a monkey, on the magician's words, removes the cloth from a magic book. Then the magician tells Elphaba, "This monkey has a lot of passion to fly. With the help of this stage, you can give him wings." On their words, Elphaba reads the mantra to him, and surprisingly, that mantra starts working too. Elphaba was happy that she was able to do something for an animal. But when she sees that the monkey is suffering a lot because of her magic and wings are growing on his back, she gets scared. She wants to stop this magic. But whenever she reads this mantra in reverse, her mantra doesn't reverse. Angrily, she asks the magician to stop this magic. Then the magician tells her, "My magical power is not so strong that I can read the mantras of this book. Elphaba has done this work, which means Elphaba's power is very high, and now whatever is happening, no one can stop it, even if they want to." Hearing this, Elphaba feels even worse. What did she want to do? And what has happened now? When she goes outside and sees, the whole army of monkeys was moaning in pain, and wings were growing on their backs. Seeing this, she understood that the magician and the principal had trapped her, and they both didn't like animals and wanted to make animals their slaves. They used innocent Elphaba in this work. Knowing this, Elphaba gets very angry, and she decides to run away from there with the magical book. Seeing her running away, the principal offers Glinda to learn magic and tells her, instead of that, she will have to bring Elphaba here. Glinda likes this offer, and she also chases Elphaba to catch her. Now, on this side, the principal tells all those monkeys who had wings to fly and find Elphaba and bring her. Here, the magician also goes to his special room and sends his special guard to find Elphaba and bring her. Glinda didn't want to miss the opportunity to become a magician in any way. She had now reached close to Elphaba. She was stopping Elphaba so that Elphaba wouldn't go. But Elphaba has to go. She then goes to a room where there was a hot air balloon. She was about to run away from there in it. But by then, the magician's men come there to catch her. But before they could get out, the roof of the palace is closed from above, due to which that hot air balloon bursts and a fire breaks out there. Elphaba and Glinda fall down and get trapped in a room. There Glinda explains to Elphaba, "This is a good opportunity. You will get everything. Why aren't you accepting their offer?" Getting angry at this, Elphaba tells her, "My dream is not to rule. I have always wanted to do something for the animals." On the other hand, it is shown that the principal spreads this news throughout the university and the whole city that Elphaba is a thief and she has run away, stealing their magic book. Everyone feels very bad hearing this, and everyone starts hating her. Elphaba and Glinda hear this announcement. Elphaba gets very angry hearing this. Then Glinda explains to her, "Don't be angry, and go and apologize to the principal. Then everything will be like before." But Elphaba didn't want to do anything like that. She can't bear more bad than what has happened to her. She then starts reading a mantra from that magic book. Glinda keeps stopping her, but due to the mantra, a magic broom comes to her. She flies away from there on that broom. The magician's guards couldn't catch her either. As she runs away from there, the principal takes Glinda into his team, offers to teach her magic, and says, "We both will find Elphaba." Elphaba felt that Glinda wouldn't shake hands with the principal because the principal is a tyrant. But when she learns that Glinda has shaken hands with the principal, her heart breaks. This city had done very bad things to her, so she curses this city to live in darkness, and she goes far away to the mountains from there. Along with this, we take this lesson from this story, that no one is born bad, but people's behavior makes someone bad or good. In the end, we also get to know why the people of the city were so happy hearing the news of Elphaba's death, because with Elphaba's death, that curse had also ended from the city. And here our movie of today, story ends.